I need to pee in my ATV. Yep. So we're back. We're doing this game again. I don't know why people like the series so much because of how linear and boring this game is, but I mean, it's nostalgia, so I guess why not? Anyway, we're doing the Pro Nationals, and because of that, we're going to be using a pro bike this time, Trinity Racing, aka the most overpowered, non-broken bike in the game. Uh, yep. These are stats. Stats I'll be using for this playthrough. Anyway, here we are. White Sands Raceway. This is the first stage, and it's pretty well paced for a Pro Nationals track. You got a couple of small jumps here and there, some tricky corners. You know, the usual beginner's jibber jabber. It's also got a really, really nice environment too. Despite the fact that there's like not really anything to explore, it's pretty nice. The whoop sections are easy to maneuver, and the corners are tricky yet simplistic at the same time. So this is definitely one of my favorite Pro Nationals tracks. Despite this, the Pro Nationals is actually about to be one of the most tedious series in the game. And you will find out in just a little bit. Like, look at the fucking map of Saguaro Wash. You see how long it is? You see how freaking massive? Ugh. You already know that the Pro Nationals courses are going to be a total pain as soon as you see the mini-map of Saguaro Wash. Now let me tell you, this isn't even the biggest Pro Nationals course. But Saguaro Wash in particular is my least favorite because it's just a generic desert environment. There's not really anything unique about it. It kind of looks like Tioga Valley in a way, but a lot more sandy, to put it like that. But yeah, the Saguaro Wash is just really, I don't like racing here. The turns are extremely narrow, and a lot of the jumping puts you in really awkward places. Like, you could preload off of a massive jump and then end up like at the edge of a turn, and you can't recover from that like quickly enough. And yeah, just all the reasons I hate Saguaro Wash. And despite my absolute hatred for it, I still get first place because I'm pretty much used to this damn course by now, having played this game since I was a kid. Anyway, next up is Anaconda Run, which, unlike the previous course, this is actually my favorite of the Pro Nationals courses. It has a really, really good and unique environment, and the course layout itself is actually kind of good. Like, when you make a jump, it doesn't like put you in an awkward position, or, well, I mean, provided you know what you're doing, provided you how you handle the jumping and all that, you're pretty much golden for this track. But there's a lot of downhill sections too that give you so much damn speed, and it's just it's so good. And plus, since this is a Pro Nationals course, it's going to be really long, and you know, it's all right with me. Okay, I'm cool with this course in particular being painstakingly long because it's just really good, and you get a sense of burning through it. Like, seriously. And as I said, the environment's also really good too. You're like in a dry jungle somewhere in like South America or something. This does give me like a big South America vibe, and it's just, yeah, definitely. The only downside is we don't see any literal anacondas around. This track definitely isn't living up to its name. But yeah, that was Anaconda Run. A really good course. Definitely my favorite. Next up is Palisades Basin. Mind the mouse cursor there. I'm playing on an emulator because I can't play this on a PS3 anymore. Anyway, yep. As the mini-map shows, this definitely is one of the more awkward courses in the Pro Nationals in the Pro National series. The plus side is that it has pretty much the most straightaways of any Pro Nationals course in the game. And it's also one of the most fastest too, but it's basically a close third for me when it comes to favorite Pro Nationals courses. Because it does have a good environment, but there's some parts of it that are generic, except for the mansion over there on the top of the hill. That's like literally the only environmental thing it has going for it. There are like no streets that lead to this mansion either. You can like freaking explore this map and you won't find anything. It's like out there in the middle of nowhere, just existing for the sake of eye candy. But yeah. Not only is this the most awkwardly assembled of the Pro Nationals courses, and not only is it one of the most high speed, but it's also the longest too. I mean, it's already taking me a minute and a half to burn through pretty much 3/4 of this track. And as you can see, it's also a little difficult to determine how you should be taking the jumps. And even then, if you do mess up a jump, an opponent's just going to pass you like Fontana's did to me not too long ago. But if I play my cards right and get the jumping right, I should be able to pass him again like I did. Yeah, this is definitely one of those cases where you gotta study the track. Like, you gotta really focus. And then take advantage of the high speed section so that you can get back any lost positions. So yeah, my miscalculation of the jumps ended up costing me a lot of this race, so I'm just going to take this second place finish and just go on to the next one because, well, I'm having a hard enough time with the series as it is. Anyway, here we are at Newcastle Landing, a close second for me in terms of favorite Pro Nationals courses, but yeah. This is an overall really, really good course. It's unique in its own way, you know, like the windmills are pretty good eye candy, and yeah. Not to mention the technicality of the course as a whole, too. Like, you got these really narrow sections, too, and they don't completely fuck you over as well. Like, you could preload off of those jumps and you won't end up in, like, an awkward position when you hit the hairpins and all that. But there are some tricky jumping sections like the one I just got through. And there are some jumps that do put you in an awkward place, but, I mean, provided you know what you're doing, it should be no problem. There's also a slippery section over here, too, with the sand and all that. Definitely a neat addition to this environment. Yeah, Newcastle Landing, close second for me. Just second only to Anaconda Run. And yes, of course, in this game, if you do fall off your bike, you can still cross the finish line and still win the race. Anyway, here we go. Track number 5, Hawthorne Mills, aka the emo track, because it's raining and it's set in a sawmill. It has a very, very unique environment, but, I mean, it's not even my favorite because of just how really esoterically designed it is, and yeah, I messed up there, and I just decided, fuck it, I'm gonna restart, because, I mean, I didn't even get that far on the track, so I'm just gonna restart there, you know, none of that happened, you know, just like Taiwan doesn't exist according to the Chinese. But, yeah, as I was saying before, while the environment itself is unique, I can't help but find it, like, really depressing at the same time. So, it's not really one of my favorites. And plus, with how, really strange the track itself is designed, I really don't enjoy racing here. That's why I call it the emo track, because I'm always miserable when I race here. And the fact that I can't help but be reminded of an emo band from back in the day when it comes to the name of this track. I'm sure you guys have probably heard of Hawthorne Heights, you know, this track having Hawthorne Mills in its name. It's just way too synonymous, you know? But, yeah. Awkward track design. Really, just esoteric layout, depressing visuals. I really do not like this place, so like, at all. And you can visibly see that I am struggling here. I am having difficulty keeping up with frickin' Dabo, who's in first place. And I just realized that him and, I think, Major are both riding on the same bike as me. Like, no wonder I'm struggling in this damn course. Not only is it so freaking difficult, but I got competition riding the same freaking bike. Yeah, that was Hawthorne Mills. I hate it here. I still get first place though, regardless, so it's all good. And next up, we have the second to last, which is Alpine Skyway. This course is a major pain. Just look at the freaking map. It, like, covers almost the entirety of the freaking world. Seriously. Not to mention the environment itself is freaking boring. I mean, it's just a snowy alpine similar to Caribou Peak. And the fact that this track is literally the last course in the Pro Nationals Championship is not really helping matters either, because if you end up, like, not getting first place on every single course before this, you're pretty much fucked. Because literally anybody can pass you at any time, and the only people that can really seem to withstand the freaking pain of Alpine Skyway are the freaking AI. Let me tell you guys something. If you're like planning on doing a full playthrough of this game, I would advise you find a way to, like, get through the freaking Pro Nationals Championship using a speedrunning tool or something, because let me tell you, if you do this as a human, you ain't gonna keep up. You won't. Okay, just freaking tool-assisted speedrun the shit out of this course. Because if you're a human, you're gonna be begging to take a break. Because I'm, like, already a minute and a half into this, and I've still got so much freaking ground to cover. And also, sorry that the freaking mouse cursor is getting in the way of the lap leader thingy, but let me just get rid of that. Yep. There we go. So, yeah. This course pretty much has everything that made the other Pro Nationals courses such a pain, except for Newcastle Landing and Anaconda Run and White Sands Raceway. Except for the awkward layout design of Hawthorne Mills, because we had only just gotten through that, and yeah, plenty of opportunities for you to completely wipe out after having just preloaded off of a jump. But what can you do about it? I mean, unless you're me, then you can pretty much get first place without having to use a computer. Anyway, here's the last course. You don't race here during the championship. This is Monterey Trail. Not nearly as painful as the last couple, but still pretty hard to navigate. It also has the most boring environment of all the Pro Nationals courses. Because, I mean, just look at this. It's just a plain-ass forest. What's so interesting about this place? It's also a lot more slippery over here, too. You're not really gonna get so used to the ground here in Monterey Trail. Additionally, this place doesn't even look like Monterey. I've seen pictures of Monterey, and this doesn't look anything like it. Like, where the fuck is the beach? You got the bridges, you got the freaking cabins and shit all over the place, and a lot of the shameless product advertising that's commonly found in the Pro National Series. But where the fuck is the beach? Where the fuck is Cannery Row? Where the fuck is everything that makes Monterey Monterey? This is... It doesn't make any sense. But let me tell you, this course is a lot, you know, it's not nearly as long as Alpine Skyway, because that map pretty much took up everything. It was terrible. So yeah, that's pretty much Monterey Trail. As you can see, I end up finishing in third. I messed up a couple of times on the second lap, so I'm too embarrassed to show that. Anyway, that's it. My name is Flynn. Thank you for watching.